Hey y'all, it's Martha here, and this is a different video than what I do on this channel. And let me first say that it is not a tutorial, but I will try to share some tips along the way if I can think of them as I'm working. Also know that I have low vision, so my head might get in the way sometimes. That's one reason why I haven't really, I've done it before on some old videos, which are not very good, but I thought I would simplify the process and just do something simple to share on a video. So what, and I don't know how long this is going to be. I will try to edit it and make it more palatable to watch. Oh, there goes my kitties having a fight. But anyway, I drew out this picture, very simple, and I'm going to provide a link to my, so that you can print it out if you'd like to use it in your art or your crafting or whatever you want to do, and then you can go ahead and make it bigger or smaller, whatever you want. This is printed out on a regular sheet of copy paper. But what I'm going to do first is I've chosen some colors, and this is just a watercolor book, 9 by 12, and I have some other paintings in here that I've been doing in the past few months. So this paper, it's best kind of to spray it down because I don't know, the paint does not want to go down smooth, and you just find yourself painting and painting and painting. So what I think I'm going to do for the background, I'm going to use some pink. It doesn't matter what color of pink, but I'm using Liquitex. And I might change in the middle if I don't like how it looks. This one is just medium magenta. And then I'm gonna add some white. Let me see if I can poke this a little bigger. Well, not a little bigger. It's dried up on here, so try to get the hole punched through again. And I wish I'd have thought to do this before the video, but this comes in really handy. And I don't know what it was originally meant for. I bought it on Temu. But this is what I wound up using it for. So I got a little white and a little pink. And let me see if I'm in frame. Kind of. I'm just using a paper plate here, and I've got a variety of brushes here, but these are my favorites right now. But I'm going to use, I also like this one. I have no idea what brand or anything this is. Someone gifted it to me. So I'm just going to get it wet. And I'm going to do the background and just like some pink and white stripes. I'm going to try to get both colors on the brush and just kind of mix it on my paper and just see how it goes. And hopefully I don't take all day to do this. But now let me get a little more white here. I got a little bit too much water, but we will work with it. Go on up here, get some going up here. I don't want the background to be too dark. And I'm not going to worry about the bottom because I'm going to do it a little bit different. See, this is the way it looks all over the page if you don't wet this first. And I don't want it to completely blend into one color. I want that pink and white to show. Oh, and there goes my oven. I got my breakfast in there. Just getting some more of that white. Just kind of want it to show up and lighten up some of that pink. I'm no expert at painting. I'm still learning actually, but I do love to try. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is, and I might have to wait till it dries. Don't know if it will work. I'm going to try to get a little bit more of this pink. And let me see, I'm gonna kind of measure and see where. So about 3-4 inches up, I'm gonna try to make like a surface for my cupcake. And I'm gonna go the opposite direction. And I may add some other colors with this pink, like a darker. I have some other colors here, but let's just go with this for right now. Get a little bit more white going over here. And I think I'm going to spray it a little bit down here. Just so it doesn't struggle on the page. And try to get this covered where I did another painting and it got on this page. So this one's kind of getting blended, so I think probably need to let it dry just a little bit. So I'm not sitting here swiping paint all day. So let's try to get some different color in there, or a brighter pink in there. Just kind of want the background to have a little interest, so it's just not solid pink. Okay, that looks pretty good. And it looks like I missed a spot over here. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Let me put this just a little bit right here. Because this is like a table or surface of some kind, and it should get a little bit lighter as it comes toward me. All right, that's a good start. Now, I will let this dry really well, and then we'll come back and put in our cupcake. I'm kind of dry brushing now some of that darker color up there. Okay, let it dry and we'll come back. Okay, y'all, you might notice it looks just a tiny bit different. I'm bad to do this, it got a whole lot brighter and Barbie pink than I wanted, so I went in with a little more white after it dried, and it helped it a little, but not as much as I wanted to. But let's set this aside. I am going to go ahead. I have this piece of carbon paper, I guess you call it, and I am going to, I hope this is dry enough so it doesn't transfer, but it usually erases off even if it does. So I'm just going to put it down and kind of position it where I wanted it, and then I'm going to try to do it really simple so I could add more details in later, because if you add too many details in your drawing, you're just gonna paint over them anyway. So let's just go ahead, and this is apt to change too. I don't usually follow it to a T, you know. I might decide, oh, it looked better if it was bigger or smaller or had another detail in it. Okay, let's see if it got transferred. Well, it sure did. And this pencil does not have an eraser. I don't know where my pencil with the eraser went to, but I would like to erase some of that. And then when I paint my strawberry, I will go ahead and put the dots and the lines for the leaves and things like that. So I will be back when I find a pencil with an eraser, and then we will continue. Okay, I found a pencil with an eraser, but before I do this, this is a step that you might want to omit if you're doing one like this. I like to go over my lines with a black pen that won't smudge, and I believe this one will do the trick. I can't find one of the ones that I really like to do, and I will go ahead and do that. And if you hear a bell going off, that's my breakfast. Now the reason I do this is because I'm low vision, and although I got those lines really well, It just makes it easier for me to follow. And a lot of times when I paint, they're going to be covered up anyway. And then sometimes if I want lines, I go back in and make them kind of sketchy. So this is just for me, and it will also help you see better, I think, of what I'm doing. Okay, I am going to start with the frosting, and I had a tube of paint here. This is called Unbleached Titanium, I think. I need my magnifying glass, but anyway, I just chose it for its cream-like color, and because I want my frosting not to look just solid white. And then let's get a little bit of white in here. And this other paint I'm using is dry already, so let me see which brush I want to use. Let's try this one, so I'm going to get it wet. I'm going to turn this sideways or upside down, kind of. And I'm just going to mix up this white and titanium a little bit. I don't want it to be completely mixed because I want there to be some variation in the color. And let me get, I might not need a smaller tip for, we'll see. Let's go in here. See, I'm going over the lines a little bit and not even on purpose. I'm just kind of following along the contour lines a bit. To kind of help give it shape. let that dry. I think I'm gonna go back in with some more white. It's a little bit darker than I wanted. But it doesn't look bad, I don't think. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'll probably go in with some darker for some shading too, but let's just continue right now. Let's see, I want to use this color. This is a burnt sienna. I don't think that's the color I wanted. No, that's a little bit too reddish. Let's get this raw sienna. And we're going to color the, I think I'm going to get a smaller brush. Let's try this 3 first. I want to just go in there. It's not a very big spot. Wet my brush just a little bit. And if this video starts getting too long, I will probably speed up the process a bit. Now, I think I'm going to mix just a dab of this color in there and see. Yeah, I think that gives it a nice, makes it look more round or something. Just kind of spreading it in the middle, and so that darker color becomes the shading. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a little even lighter color in there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, for the liner, I'm kind of unsure what color I want to use, but I think I'm going to try these. This is a blue violet, light blue violet, and a, what is this? Brilliant purple. So I don't really know that these go together that well, so I think these two look better together, but we'll see. Well, I might have to change the colors up. All right, let's see, I'm going to try to decide, because we want one of these to be lighter and then one to be darker, but we might just go in with all the same color to begin with. And it's all right if the color mixes a little bit, it kind of makes it more interesting. So I got some of that burnt sienna in there. And if you wanted to, you could just cover up all these lines and draw them back in if you wanted to. I'm gonna try not to cover it all up. Alright, now I am going to use this different color of blue and try to decide. I guess we'll make this the dark part. Just kind of go opposite. I'm gonna go over it a little because our pink is showing through and I don't want it to show through that much. Might mix just a little bit of this white with it because it's kind of not covering as well as I want it to, so I am going to add a little white in there. There, that just makes it a little more opaque. Now, if you're painting something like this, you could modify. You know, you wouldn't even have to do the colors I'm using. This is just the ones I chose. Might be fun, you know, it's St. Patty's Day, I think. Pretty close to it. I don't know, it might even be today. Yeah, it would look good. Maybe a green cupcake liner or even green frosting. Nope, went over that line really well. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I think I want to go back in with some of this blue, darker blue. I think I'm gonna have to let that dry, or just come up from the bottom here. And sometimes when I'm painting, if I leave it till the next day, I'll see something I want to change, and that's okay too. Okay, I think that's probably good enough for the cupcake liner. Now, I have this red here. It is primary red, I believe. Doesn't matter though, you can use any red you want. I used to be, when I was watching a video, learning something, I always wanted to have exactly what the person was using that was doing the video, and that's not really always necessary, because, you know, everybody has different things and you don't always want to go buy new stuff. So this is primary red, is kind of like a pinky red. I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much or getting my head too much in the way. one reason why I chose to do something so simple, so that maybe I wouldn't take forever to do it, and I also wouldn't get my head in the way. So we got that one. I think I'm going to add a little bit of white into that too, just to, if nothing else, kind of highlight it a little bit. There. I think that's probably good enough. Now let's go in. This is Hooker's Green. A nice green color. I'm going to put just a little bit of white to give it some shape. And if the shadows and things are not exactly in the perfect place, this is not realism, so. Okay. Now, I want to go back in up here with some white. Mixed a little green in there. Okay, my white is not exactly pure white because it's got some of that other titanium, bleached titanium in there. So I put out a fresh spot of white, and let's see if that, yeah, there we go. It's a little better. And I'm just kind of going down the middle with the white, trying to give it some shape here. And remember, there are plenty of ways to do this. Some people probably would go in, you know, with both colors together. But now, I think what I want to do, I'm going to use some of the paint that I used to color the cupcake part, and I'm going to go in and do some shading, see how it looks. I might not like it and may want to change it. with water just to kind of tone that down a bit. Oop, got too much water, it's starting to run. Yeah, I was tilting it too, which is not a great idea when you're adding water. But I think it's okay. Like I said, you don't have a professional here. You have somebody who has worked really hard to learn and still learning. When I went to college, I only got to take one painting class because my schedule just didn't, there's just a lot of things went on besides the schedule, but I did take a lot of drawing classes, and I have also done a lot of painting at home. So now I think I want to put just a little bit of that brown over here under our little curl. Just to let us know that there is a little bit of shading under that. Maybe just a little tad more. Okay, and maybe just a little bit right here. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Going in with some more white because I wasn't completely satisfied here. There, that looks pretty good. Okay, now go in with some white here on our cupcake liner. And I'm just kind of dry brushing over there. Maybe I'll put a little bit up here too, even though it's darker. Oh, didn't get any on my brush. Just a little bit. Helps it give it a little bit of shape. And maybe we should do some down here too. And see, it's got some of that titanium white, but I think it looks okay. Now let's work on, what should we work on? I know, I wanted to go make some shadows down here. And so I'm just going to use this, it's called, let me read it. Alizarin Crimson Hue Permanent. So it's kind of like a darker red. I don't want to go straight in, so I'm going to water it down a little bit. Now that red under that strawberry is just a little too blendy, so I think the way I'm gonna fix that, I'm gonna get just a little tiny bit of black out on my palette and try to get some in there without getting too much. I'm gonna try this. Go ahead and mix it a little bit here. Okay. Maybe do the same thing back here. Because we need some dark to make the brights prettier. Okay, got too much that time, so try to get some of that blended out. Just trying to, it's a little bit too dark for my taste. I'm just trying to get some of it out of there. But actually, it doesn't look too bad. So, I think I'm gonna go in. I kind of might have came out too far on the side, so I'm gonna put some more of that pink and that magenta and white over here. Try to blend my shadow out over here a bit. And I'm actually putting some of the strawberry color down too. Kind of blending out some of that strawberry color. I think I like that in there. Some that's primary red with white. As you can see, I am not a professional. Some of this I just kind of have to figure out as I go, you know? Alright, now let's put some of our strawberry shadow back in. Alright, I think I'm going to leave good enough alone. I'm bad to do that, just keep going and until I get it to a place I hate it. I'm going to add a little more black up here though. Just kind of outlining it a little bit. Okay, I think we're in a pretty good place. Now let's try to finish off our strawberry. I'm going to put a little bit of white on the leaves again and try to get it in a better place. This is stem, and then this one would probably be coming like that. And this one maybe like this. Now see, this strawberry is not realistic, so I'm just going to put a little bit of white dots for the see how good that point is on that? Wow, I like that. Alright, now I think I might be done, but there is one more thing I want to do. I'm gonna see where my outlines got. I'm gonna try to go in with a little more of a sketchy line, just to kind of define things a little bit. See how I made it just a little bit sketchy up there? Do it here too. Because it defines it without making it really bold, you know? And we'll do the same with our little liner. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we'll do the same with our strawberry. And I'm going to make some little lines for the veins too. Maybe I should put some more black dots too, because I think like strawberries have like a shadow around where the dots are. Okay. I'm not really crazy about this bottom part, but all in all, it turned out good enough for me to sign, and I'm going to do that right here. Okay, that is my simple little cupcake and strawberry painting. Tell me what you think, and tell me if you would like to see more of these videos, and I will try to come on once in a while, maybe once a month or something, and see how it goes. So thank you for watching. If you're still here, I hope you enjoyed my little process video. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I really do appreciate you watching. Bye now.